Hi, my name is Taylor Moses, and today we're discussing the difference between conflict prevention and conflict reduction. So, when I was researching this topic a bit, and just from what I personally experienced within conflict prevention takes steps in order to prevent it from a major outbreak, which could involve violence or getting taken out of context or taking it too far. And this can be very detrimental to business and organization because it can create dangerous interactions within employees within the work field. And so this is something that managers and leaders are definitely aware of and typically take precaution when dealing with specific conflicts because of the difficulties that it brings, but also they are there to keep everybody safe. And so, conflict prevention really stresses that aspect of conflict. And so, that's conflict prevention. Conflict reduction is more reducing the intensity and the amount of conflict that is taking place. So, that is finding more ways to I guess, deal with the conflict. An example for that would be if something is going on within the workplace, two employees are arguing over something and they have a conflict over it and they cannot agree. Conflict reduction would be going in and reducing that conflict by trying to find a middle ground, trying to find something that they can, I guess, have in common over the issue as well as managing their emotions and feelings throughout it, making sure everybody can feel and express it the way that they feel, but at the same time, being careful with how they are expressing that, their tone of voice, the way they do so, and how much of an effect that can have is something that is needing to be understood a bit more in an organization. So that would be conflict reduction. Another example of that would just be being able to, I guess not an example, but something that's important within that is just being able to respect one another as employees, as colleagues, as adults. I think that is something that can often be lacked in our society just because everybody has very strong opinions. They think that their way is the highway, and so on. And so I think that just being able to understand that we are all human, we're going to disagree, we're going to have our own opinions, and that's okay. But also being able to understand that others are going to have their own opinions. And if they don't fully align with ours, that's okay too. But being able to find a common ground of respect and appreciation for who they are, what they believe, um, what they're going through. That's a big thing within a company as well. There's a lot of different people that make up in an organization, and so having grace for one another is important because a lot of times there's things that are going on in someone's life that you don't even know. So I think that being aware of one another, respecting one another, still being able to feel and express how you are, but being aware of how you are doing so is very important. And so that would be my explanation on conflict prevention and conflict reduction. And I just want to say that I have dealt with conflict before, obviously, as we all have, and it's not easy. But at the same time, when it is dealt with in a loving manner of respect and appreciation for one another, it tends to go a lot better instead of, trying to make your opinion heard or that it's the only right one. And so just going into it with an open mind and wanting that resolution is an important aspect in preventing conflict and reducing it. Thanks.